In this video, I'll share with you a conversation I had with a paid client. I've taken his permission to share, but obviously not specific details. Okay, it is about your parents, your relatives, parents and relatives, especially, I guess, because my clientele and the people who pay me money are mainly predominantly from the Indian culture or Pakistani culture, whatever, Asian culture. So I don't know if it will relate to you if you're not. But anyway, if you want to listen, listen and feel free to give me your opinions. Okay. Um, if your mother and father, your uncles and your aunts, your family circle, if they have not respected you in the past, they take you for granted or they have this opinion about you, it's very hard to change it. That's number one. Okay. The only possible manner or method their opinion about you will change is if you, let's say, achieved a lot of money or you achieved a big success or you are now a personal brand or you're a legend or let's say you become a breakout star or you have tons of properties and then people, it's human nature. Let's say, for example, you are a normal guy and now you have a chain of hotels in your name or chain of supermarkets in your name and you're worth 1 billion, for example. Obviously, their opinion, the way they interact with you, they'll change. They'll be very sweet. They'll be very nice. In fact, forget all that. If you just win a lottery ticket, just a lottery ticket of, let's say, a million, maybe before they'll ignore you and all that. And this has happened to one of my clients, a young guy. He was a DJ, normal guy, normal means he didn't come from a broken family, anything like that. Just a normal guy. He used to DJ, do events, and one fine day he suddenly won $1 million. Okay, he won $1 million, and obviously they have to take the photograph and put it in the newspaper and all that. And because he became famous, because it was published in the papers, he was my client. He used to always be in touch. That is until he got married and has children. Now he's gone. Now he's busy. Okay. So that time he used to always take my advice. And when we had our normal session, he was telling me, "Oh, you have no idea what the hell happened." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, you won the lottery ticket. You told me that." No. But after that, what happened? I said, "After that, what happened?" He's saying, all of a sudden, my phone has been blowing up. He's saying, I said, who has been calling you? He said, you'll not believe from my father's side, all the relatives, uncles, aunts, and this and that. From my mother's side, all the relatives, uncles, aunts, and this and that. He's saying, cousins I never heard of, relatives I never heard of. He's saying the whole of India, every single relative who could somehow manage to connect the DNA to me, his surname. For example, let's say his name is D'Souza or Colaco, whatever, a Christian guy. He's saying all of them called me, even people with the same surname, but maybe not related to me. They also called me. They said, I just want to tell you that our family tree, we are supposed to be like, for D'Souza. They have no connection, but we are the D'Souzas, apparently. And then he told me the church. It's like he was a parishioner of one church. His church in India that had his father, that had his mother, they contacted him. And then before he used to never get any emails, the only emails he would get was just if he was doing a DJing gig or providing lights or sounds. He's saying my email, I got thousands, not hundreds. And he showed me the screenshot, thousands of emails from so many. And then he got from church, charity institutions, children who he never heard of. Uncle, you're my role model, you're my inspiration. And then if you thought that was the end of it, I told you, we finished our coaching after he got married. He was single. He was single at the time. He had his profile on some of those marriage websites. All of a sudden, every single girl, even the ones who rejected him, and his parents were handling that, even the girls who rejected him, all send an invite, an interest. They wanted to meet him, they wanted to talk to him. And there were even people pushing for the meeting. The family was pushing for the meeting. It's so funny because 1 million hardly lasts maybe 5 years or 10 years, whatever. It's like, Loy, I literally had to change my number. I had to put this on voicemail. I had to take a new number. He's saying because it was crazy. Okay, so the point I'm trying to say is if you win, suppose wealth or money, yes, there are opinions and feelings, but it's not genuine. It's not sincere. Okay, so if you are yearning and dying for their love and their respect and all that, if you make money or if you achieve success or you achieve fame, yes, they will give you the the fake love, the fake respect. But if they still have money, if they still have wealth, if they still don't need you, then they may not give you still the respect that you deserve, the love that you deserve, the respect that you deserve. They might end up being very toxic and very sarcastic and say, he has achieved success because of me. Like, here's a surprising thing. My stepfather abused me to the point where blood used to come out. As a 7-year-old boy, he used to beat until blood used to come out with an Arab skin. My mother was never there for me. Both of them, horrible human beings. Even if they have a flesh eating disease and they suffer and die, I have not an iota of, like, I will not feel sorry for them at all. Okay. These miserable human beings, both of them, with all the abuse, mental, emotional, every way you can talk about, they didn't even allow me to read a book. The funny thing is, today, because of my limited YouTube success or the money that I make or whatever, they claim, they used to claim, now my stepfather has Alzheimer's and my mother's health is dying anyway. They claim that because my stepfather claimed, because he beat me, because he hit me, because he violently tortured me, but he doesn't say that. He says, because I disciplined, he's become a great man. Okay, so he takes credit for all the good that I've done, including my mother. After all, I carried you 9 months in the womb. 9 months, if I aborted you, you wouldn't do anything. And you forgot how much I paid for your school fees, which is, I think, $10, some 10 or whatever. It's $50, whatever she paid per month, and she was never there. So she'll take credit for all that. But if someone were to ask them about the failures, my divorce, he is like that only. Okay, if they ask about tattoo, he is gone mental. If I'd beaten him a little bit more, maybe he wouldn't have had that. So all the bad is me, all the good is them. So if you're looking for, like I said, if you achieve success, but they still have money, they don't need you, they're still going to behave like assholes. And, once they get old at a certain age, they become very bitter, horrible, irritating individuals where you can't even have a conversation with them without getting pissed off because they'll end up doing something that'll mess up your head so badly. It's like putting your hand in hot soup or sewage. You'll regret it. You'll be like, oh shit, why the hell did I even do that? Okay. The final thing which I want to tell you with regards to relatives and parents and all that is, these people will never change. See, you and I, maybe we can change when we are young. But once you reach your 20s, it's like a clay. It starts hardening. Like even the bones stop being flexible. That's why maybe a small child can bend the knee and the leg and this way, that way, put the legs up here and nothing will happen. But as we become older, our joints become stiff, our body becomes stiff. It no longer has the flexibility like before. In the same way, as you and I get older, we will not be able to change. So it's really foolish for you to believe that your parents, your relatives, they're going to change. If they didn't respect you when you're young, they'll never respect you. They'll put on an act, they'll put on a facade. If they were assholes before, they will they'll have that asshole DNA in them. If they were backstabbers, if they used to gossip, they'll continue to gossip. Even you and I, if we have certain bad traits, it will never change. It remains. Because what is the incentive for changing? So all I want to leave you with this video, which I spoke to that young man, is stop trying to change others. Stop trying to change your, especially your mother and father, especially your relatives. And if they didn't respect you before, they didn't love you before, they didn't have a good relationship, when you're a nothing, you're nobody, when you're poor, it's not going to change when you become rich. Yeah. It'll be all fake. And trying to, I'll give you the best analogy, trying to change your parents to whatever means or expecting them to change is like a dog's tail which is curled up this way. You're holding it straight for a few seconds, leaving it. Oh, it's not straight. Again, you're holding it. It will never change. Yeah, come on. So, like they say, zebra stripes, no? It does not change. So, I'm just telling you this so that you don't get hurt and you don't, simply waste your time, your energy, creativity. It's best you just leave them to their fate. Keep them far away from you. And if they are toxic, please, forever. Don't expect anything because if you do, no matter how much, you'll really regret it. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, good, bad, ugly, feel free, comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.